The odd thing for me is when I had heard that David Lee Roth had left Van Halen. I mean, that was the most coveted guitar position in the world for a rock guitar player. And I was just, I was living in Hollywood. Nobody knew me, I just knew that it was my gig. I don't know why. It was like David Lee Roth is looking for a new guitar player. And I'm like, that's my gig. Well, it's not arrogantly, it was just, I just know it. I wouldn't say it, but it was just one of those things that I know what's going to happen here. And sure enough, the phone rang and it was Dave. And it was fantastic. I'm telling you, it was an opportunity to live a particular lifestyle that so many people imagine, and boy, it was fantastic. And Dave, I learned a lot from Dave, because he was David Lee Roth. And I really loved the bond that I created with Billy Sheehan, Greg Bissonette, Matt Bissonette, Brett Tuggle. When you're out there on tour that long, it's like a little family. There's no secrets at sea. And it was the kind of thing where when I was approaching it, I don't play like Edward really. And I wasn't going to try because people would see right through that,
right.
And they're very smart, and I had so much respect. I just thought I knew I could deliver because that kind of music was really a part of me. And I just didn't know what people were going to think. And I couldn't try to go there because that you don't know anything. All I know is I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm going to be the best that I can be. And that's it. That's all I can do. And I did. And we made a couple of great records.
Oh my God.
A lot of shows and it was great. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know that kind of fame, and it basically happened overnight. And we were like in the basement for like a year, just practicing. And I would just go back to my house and then to Dave's basement. So I didn't know really what was going on in the world on this subject, And then when the record came out and I started to go out, and especially after Crossroads, that was, it was interesting because all of a sudden the magazines are writing about you and you're starting to kind of figure out what it means when you say something and how it's represented in the press and what they think of you. And then, it could drive you crazy. You start reading things that you supposedly said that were completely, and so it was a learning curve.
It's going to be hard to see David, I guess, retiring now and from what we've seen. And, I guess it's like the end of an era,
Yeah. Well, he delivered, it's really hard when you're a singer, first of all. And, you're once you start getting into 50s, 60s, things change. And I understand that David Coverdale also announced that he was retiring. And these guys are heroes. They came and they delivered hard. And God bless them. And now that they're at that point where they just want to kind of gracefully bow out, I think that we should celebrate them.
Yeah.